All right, give me a minute, guys. We'll get started. Gracie, if you can manage mute would be great. All right. Give me a minute, guys. We'll go ahead and get started. I see a lot of new faces today. So thank you for being here. This is going to be less than 30 minutes. My goal today is to give you some items that you can implement into your business. I'm going to give it just a minute for people to join. Would love if anyone that's here can share actually, let's start with post in the chat on where you're from. I'd love to see where you guys are from. Would be amazing. Okay, I think we've got all over the place today. Perfect. I'm giving it just another minute. So for those that don't know me, my name is Christina Griffin. I'm with Keller Williams. I am a MAPS coach. I also lead KW Relocation. Today, I am going to take about 30 minutes and share with you some actionable, fun things you can go implement into your business. And then those that are here are going to get the benefit to be part of a free mastermind that I'm putting on for you guys. A few series action items that's going to help your business grow around data. So thanks for being here. I know some of you are in my world already. Those are in my world that are already in the trainings and classes that I do. Thank you for taking the time to be here. Ideally today, my goal is to give you some items that you can go and implement into your business. Then you're going to get basically the tool I use, and I'm going to do something different that I haven't done. I'm actually going to give you guys access to a free a series of masterminds that I'm going to actually show you how to use one of my favorite tools. Regardless if you use what I'm going to share with you today or not, my goal is for you to go and do some things to implement into your business. What I teach on, what I'm passionate about is teaching you how to create opportunity regardless of what the market is. A lot of us need to learn how to create more opportunity, create more listings, learn how to be able to control regardless of whatever shift our market's going on. Thank you guys for a lot of you that join. This is a free series of trainings that you're going to start to see more from me. My goal is, regardless of what company you're in, to be able to pour into agents in our industry every single month consistently to help you grow. I'm going to start on some core things that I'm going to share with you. I want you to post in the chat any questions you have. I'm going to give you what I created today for you. We're also going to email it out to whoever registered with the recording. The recording will be put on YouTube as well. So those that are here can actually go back and revisit. So again, thank you for being here. I'm going to go quick. Super, super respectful for everyone's time. And if you have questions, post them in the chat. All right, so let's get started. Today, the conversation that I had you come here for is let's learn how we can navigate the 4 core life events and how we utilize data to make that happen. Learning how to control the market, learning how to go get as much inventory, learning how to impact people in our world that are going through some of the hardest things in their world is something I'm passionate about. I've been through most of them myself, and I'm passionate about helping you guys learn how to do it yourself as well. All right, so pre-foreclosure properties. I'm going to start with this. Don't worry on taking notes because you guys are going to get, when I'm done here today, you're going to get actually everything that I'm sharing as well with you so you can not miss anything. So pre-foreclosure often occurs as a homeowner defaults on their mortgage, but before the property's auction. Okay, this period is crucial as homes are flagged as potential coming to market soon, depending on the site. Okay. So pre-foreclosures. This is if every one of you here, and this could be just a reminder for each and every one of you, foreclosures and pre-foreclosure sale dates is the only thing I've ever found that you can go and create a sale right away. I'm going to give you how that looks for each and every one of you. I'm going to give you the data that you can plug in to do, I call the simple button, but I'm going to just, for awareness, I want to show those of you that are here just a great simple way that today you can go and get a listing. Gracie, we're going to share my favorite letters with the agents here today. And I'm going to do, as we're starting to have people pile in, I'm also going to show you how to navigate foreclosure sale dates and what that looks like for you and your business. Okay. So I personally am in Florida. I see some agents here that are in Orlando, Central Florida, things to that nature. So I'm going to just show you what each and every one of you can do to go get a sale this very minute. Many of you are just getting ready. You're just joining, and we're going to have hundreds of you that are going to request the recording. So I'm going to do my best to go as slow as possible, as this is less than a 30-minute webinar for you guys to open your mind up to the possibilities. Now, many of you here today, you may be behind on your sales. You may be concerned about increasing your listing inventory. This is a practice that each and every one of you can put into place immediately in your business. And what that looks like is going after properties that have a physical foreclosure sale date on them. You don't have to overcomplicate it. A simple golden letter telling them that you're working with buyers or would like to be able to help them sell their home. They have a physical date they're going to lose their home. Auction.com is, I call it my hack. If you don't want to buy any data sources, it's my hack on how you can access data to be able to get awareness on what's going on in your area. So all you do is you go to auction.com. You type in your area. I just put Orlando, Florida, because I saw it was from Orlando in this area. You drop down the asset type and you go to foreclosure homes. So Orlando, Florida has 13 foreclosure sale auctions, and they have where they are near and close to the property, 14. These are physical people that have a date. You'll see right here on April 15th, they're going to lose their home. Up until the day they lose their home, they are in absolute full control. So you may be able to learn how to stop the foreclosure and help provide solutions to the homeowners that own these properties. I do teach that in other classes. Here today, my goal for you is to create awareness and give you some items around how to find this information that you can implement into your business right away. So 947 Lion. Now, the beautiful thing with Florida and many other states, you can actually go to the county auction. Some of you that are in areas like Austin, Texas, and other areas, unfortunately, your foreclosure auction calendar is not live, and it's going to give an address. I teach in other classes on how to go to the courthouse and how to create awareness around that. But if I was an agent in Orlando, Florida, every single week, these properties are the highest converting properties because they have physical foreclosure sale dates. Now, you may be thinking, Christina, there's not a lot. There is almost 2,000 pre-foreclosures in Orlando, Florida. Those are properties that just have foreclosure sale dates. That's the end of the cycle. So that's something I want you to think about because a lot of you here are really looking for opportunity to increase your listing database. All right, so I'm going to show you how to go find those properties. However, for you on those foreclosure sale dates, just open your mind, check your area, and I'm going to challenge each and every one of you to make a list of what is in your area. check and make sure the property is not listed, and go help the homeowner see if you can find a solution for them. And again, it's the quickest way to go get a listing. Now, engagement, ethical engagement. Every single one of you contact homeowners with empathy and respect, offer consultations to discuss their options and potential solutions to avoid foreclosure. You may be here thinking, I have no clue what to do to help them avoid foreclosure. Gracie, let's make a folder with what we shared here today, and let's add the one-sheeter on the options for the homeowners for me, please. Now, we need to be able to understand what's happening in the market and be able to give the owner the best options. Now, action items. Finding a system, which I'll show you on how to be able to locate the pre-foreclosures. You need to also, in addition to that, understand how to have those conversations. So you need to develop conversations for contacting the homeowners and focusing on providing support and solutions. I'm a big fan of, I'm an agent that works in the area. I've got multiple clients looking to move. Are you interested in knowing what your house is worth? Because that gives you an easy foot in the door. Then they come back and say, well, you know, I'm in foreclosure. Some of you are going to be here thinking, I'm just going to knock on the door and tell them, I know they're in foreclosure. How can I help? You can 100% do that. Now, you need to create educational materials on foreclosure alternatives to share with them during interactions. I'm going to share a few things in a folder everybody's going to get that was here today. However, these are things that you can create to be able to add value to the homeowners that you're talking to. All right, let's see if I have any questions, and I'm going to move to divorce. If a property goes at sheriff's sale, the owner has 1 week to redeem property. Within that week, if I have a buyer for the property and use an attorney to help owner come up with the money for, unfortunately, every state is different. I'm in Florida. We're not a redemption state. For you, it sounds like you're in a redemption state. I do teach on this, but what I would say for all of you, if you're curious and you have no clue if you're in a redemption state or not, I want you to ask your title company or attorney's office and ask if the property gets foreclosed on today, can the owner come back and redeem that process? Okay. All right. I'm going to keep going. Today, I'm going to share with you around divorce, bankruptcy, and probate, and then give you some data action items that you can go do immediately to grow your business. All right, divorce records. I don't know about you. I am incredibly happily married, but I have been through a divorce. I've been through a divorce. And I wish I knew what I knew today, but so many people in your sphere and database have gone through a divorce, maybe yourself. So this may become something that you're passionate about specializing in. Now, when people in your world know that you have experience or you would like to help them go through the divorce process, it is something that will create that comfort level to them. So how do you do that? You need to make sure all of your profiles, you add divorce, you add short sale, you add bankruptcy, you add probate to it, that you are there to help them through these massive life events. You can do a blog on your website where people can find you. Now I'm going to share with you what creates immediate opportunity. That's family law attorneys. So establishing connections with attorneys who can provide leads on divorced couples needing to sell. Attorneys have hundreds and hundreds, unfortunately, of couples go through their office every year that need a divorce. When we get into a relationship with them and we become one of the people that they refer to, it's going to help you get and help and support the divorce community quicker and faster. So if you have not done so, or if you do not have a probate attorney, a divorce attorney that you work with. And I'm going to go ahead and just change the view for myself. All right, if you don't have a divorce attorney you work with, here's the next action item. You're going to make a list of divorce attorneys. You can ask your sphere who they recommend, but make sure to do a disclaimer you're not going through a divorce, because they're going to think if you're asking for a divorce attorney on Facebook, uh-oh, what's going on in your world? Look up reputable divorce attorneys. Pick up the phone. Call them. Hi, my name's Christina Griffin. I work with couples that are going through a divorce. I prospect for off-market properties. Can you tell me what is the easiest way that I can refer clients to you? And can you share with me all the details about divorce in our state and in the best practices to be able to work with you? That's your first call. Then the next call is you're following up or you're going in person to pick up a brochure or flyer. Those divorce attorneys are impactful. They're great with marketing, great with working together to be able to do different marketing projects. But again, divorce attorneys, every one of us as agents should have multiple attorneys that we work with to refer to on each category. The next is we need to have a data source that we can connect with couples going through a divorce, and we become their expert. Clyde, yes, Gracie can send one to you for attorneys, and we'll put a generic one in the folder here today. So then we need data. Some of you on here, and you know who you are, you prospect for expireds. I want you to think about if you don't have enough data for expireds, if they're decreasing in your area or they're not accomplishing your financial goals, what would it look like if you expanded and every day when you did your prospecting, you were calling pre-foreclosures, expireds, divorce, bankruptcy, and pre-probate cases? This is just going to expand your opportunity to people that are likely to sell. All right, so the next one, and you know what I want to share with you, when you have to deal with divorce and you deal with clients going through a divorce, and again, I've been through one, it's not fun. Sometimes one party's happy, one party's not. So you need to make sure to understand our role, and our goal is to be able to achieve a fair sale and work with both parties to negotiate what's best for them so they can move on to the next phase of their life. With divorce, it normally also creates multiple transactions. We're helping them with their home. We're helping them go through going to that next phase of their life, but they normally need to rent or buy another property as well. So developing those relationships with family law and then also being able to find the data and connect with them is important, which I'll share with you how to do that. Bankruptcy filings is next. Some of you on this call may have gone through a bankruptcy. You may have people in your sphere that have gone through a bankruptcy. Being passionate about helping people go through a bankruptcy and helping them through this time of their life will create sales, but it's also going to impact your community. So first, we need to understand how to access those files. We also need to understand how to be able to attract clients to us. We can't be secret agents. We need to be able to create from blogs to be able to have them on our profile. When an agent goes to Google and says that they want to work with an agent that specializes in bankruptcy, for them to be able to understand that we are that, so they can connect with us. So monitoring bankruptcy filings, and in return, we need a bankruptcy attorney. Multiple bankruptcy attorneys will also help you get your foot in the door in a situation where a bankruptcy attorney deals with hundreds of people. That bankruptcy attorney is a conduit to getting you to connect with the bankruptcy trustee. They normally are in control of who is their preferred agent. I'm passionate about helping you guys learn how to do that. My goal today is to create awareness for you to be able to start to connect with homeowners, become that specialist, and connect with those bankruptcy attorneys. So action item, we're going to identify bankruptcy attorneys. We're going to pick up the phone. We're going to call them. It's the same conversation as the divorce attorneys. And you're going to actually go to them, pick up the marketing materials, connect in person, and build that rapport. Because again, that could result in a relationship that could potentially get you hundreds and hundreds of transactions a year. But we have to create rapport. And in doing so, we're going to refer clients to them. The more clients we attract that need an attorney, we refer to an attorney. That attorney is going to also in return start to refer business back to us. All right, let me check, make sure I have no questions. All right. All right, next one, probate. So we've got probate, which is when a probate is filed in the courts and that normally is at the end of the cycle. And then we have death certificate. I am a proponent of not having you as an agent invest in very expensive probate data until you're working the pre-probate data on a high level. That is when there's a death certificate that is filed in your neighborhood, in the area, your farm. Now, some of you may be here thinking, Christina, I don't want to be an ambulance chaser. For those of you that know me, I've experienced a lot of death. My mom, dad, and sister died all 9 years apart. I wish, again, I knew what I knew. That's why I am passionate about educating you guys, because death is the worst life event in my mind that any of us will ever experience. Everyone in our world will experience it. If they know to connect with us, that we can specialize in it, that we can help them through the time in their life that is the most impactful, that is the most, I'd say, traumatic, they're never going to forget us. So if you're not receiving referrals from probate attorneys, if you're not receiving referrals from the people in your sphere when they have a loved one that passes away, this part of the business is massive. And we create it in many ways. Probate is the process following a person's death involving court-supervised distribution of assets. Now, often including real estate to settle debts or divide inheritance. So here's how we approach this. And a lot of it's going to come to data. We create the attorney relationships. Every real estate agent needs multiple probate attorneys. You can do it on the senior side of things, which I'm not talking about today, but if you join a future class, I do. So we've got probate attorneys, and then we have data. Our website, our profiles, the blogs that we create to attract people, letting people know that you're there to help. There's funeral directors and so many other things that I teach on and provide you guys with the tools. But today I want you to hear the people in your life, including yourself, that's been impacted by death. What would it look like if you became an expert to impact the rest of the people that have done that in your community? So we've got attorneys. That's an action item. If you do not have at least 2 probate attorneys that you work with, I want you to create those relationships. I want you to connect with them. Probate attorneys actually are, for all of you, the easiest to also partner with to co-market and co-brand on marketing materials, because death certificates are public. They haven't filed probate yet. So you as your attorney and real estate agent can partner together to be able to contact that homeowner or their heir that has gone through this traumatic life event and be able to connect with them quickly. So again, probate attorneys are important. So action item, we're going to connect with probate attorneys, and then I'm going to show you how to be able to connect and find the death certificates. Now, there's many other things that I would share with you today. However, attending probate hearings in person, doing things like that will just help you grow quicker and faster. But those are the two simple ones that will get you started. Okay. So action items, you're going to decide how you're going to reach out to them. Now, again, some of you here may be thinking, Christina, all these life events, I don't want to be an ambulance chaser. Become your neighborhood expert. You may use, and I've got probate letters that we utilize, but my first one that I always have used is I'm your neighborhood agent. And by osmosis, unfortunately, when the death occurs, a letter from you is on the door or in the mailbox that you're the agent that is their neighborhood agent. You're here to help. It could be you're working with buyers, but you are there that providing real estate services. And then you can decide if you want continuous touches about knowing that the death did occur. Okay. In most probate cases, or death, they're not going to pick up the phone. They're dealing with this massive life event. So mailings or door drops are important. TCPA compliant calling is always important as well. So I want you to think of this as I'm going to create awareness. Do I know in the area I serve who in the area I serve is going through all of these core life events? Now, let's keep going. Okay, let me go ahead and I'm going to take it off of this view. All right. So I'm going to do something a little different. Today, I invited you guys here. You're on my mailing list. I invited you here to create awareness around what's happening in your world. I have one of my favorite data sources that I utilize that you guys are going to get a free 30-day trial. What I have never done, I've never taught you how to use it. So today, anyone that's here, I utilize PropStream. PropStream, there's a free 30-day access. Even if you decide I'm never going to use it, put it on your calendar and cancel it if you choose. But I'm going to do a free 2 classes around. The first one is how to utilize PropStream, how to be able to look in your neighborhood to see who the pre-foreclosures, bankruptcy, divorce, and I'm going to screen share and show you. The next one is how to go get massive market share with large sellers. Investors, how to be able to utilize it to see who the multi-owners are, the bank-owned and REO in the area. It won't be a training on this, it will only be a training based upon how to use the system. I've never done it before, but many of you struggle with how to put it into action. So I'm going to show you how I use it. I always am doing webinars. I'm always doing trainings. I'm passionate about helping agents grow, but that's something just a little bit different I'm going to do. Now, I would love to have some fun, and I'm going to give you a example. And okay. So the only thing I would say with PropStream that there's a small, tiny delay in is pre-foreclosures in non-judicial states. So non-judicial states, there is another system I use for that. However, it's pretty awesome and pretty accurate in many ways. So I am going to, I live in Hillsborough County. Well, my office is in Hillsborough County. So I'm going to give you an example. I want you to think about in your area, and it could be your city or your subdivision. Do you have the awareness for what's happening in your specific area? So I'm going to teach you how to use it. I'm going to teach you how I use it. So I'm going to give you some numbers quickly. Vacant properties, 8,347. Properties with liens, these are liens and judgments and federal tax liens. These are people that are highly likely to sell. There's over 14,000 in Hillsborough County. There's 2,512 pre-foreclosures. Bank owned, 360. I'm going to just show you three others. Bankruptcy, there are, let's see, 588. Divorce, 4,507. Lots of divorces happening right now in my county. And 360 death certificates. So regardless, I hope some of you that are here today, because there's a lot of new faces here today, I hope it created awareness on that there are these 4 core life events that you can go implement in your business to create your listing and grow your listing inventory, with action items around creating and increasing your attorney relationships. Now, the data I just shared with you, there's free sources, guys, but unfortunately the free sources, there's a lag and it doesn't show everything I just went through quickly to show you. Your MLS may have Remind. I love Remind. High sell scores in Remind are fantastic. Realist is a 30 to 60 day lag in some areas. PropStream's $97. Utilize the 30-day free trial. And if you want to learn how to use it, in the resources in the email we're going to share with you here today, the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to be in your specific neighborhood. Look and see what's happening. I call it farming reimagined. I'm not going to teach you I call it the how to have the conversations. That's in other classes, but I'm going to, for the first time, just do PropStream specific training, because I want you to think about in your farm, do you know who the expires, pre-foreclosures, bankruptcy, divorce, probate, people that are going through life events? It could be the multi-owners. This will help you because you're going to have a play to execute on. Go get massive listings and market share. Now, the next one, I'm going to teach you how to go get those big opportunities or how to find the data. So if you'd like to join, please join. We're going to invite you to it. I think I've got 4 or 5 other webinars that you're going to get invites to in the next 30 to 60 days. I've got a new class that's launching, but I just appreciate you being here. I hope you walked away with something today, and I just appreciate you being here. I'm going to take a few minutes. Does anyone have any specific questions that I can help you with? Thanks everyone that had their camera on today. I love seeing faces. Reach out if you have any questions. Thank you for taking the time today. I really appreciate it. Now, what was the other source besides Remind? Your MLS, it has, like my MLS is a robust MLS in the state of Florida. We have Remind, we have Realist. The issue with those, they don't give you all the different life events. They don't give you bankruptcy, divorce, probate. They don't give you all of those. There are separate ones that you could buy: divorce leads, you can buy probate, you can buy pre-foreclosures. PropStream is the only one. It's also TCPA compliant and follows the do not call. So I use Remind, I use PropStream, I use RedX, and I use LandVoice. So we do use different for different things, but PropStream is something I use every day. So I'm going to teach you how I use it for those that are there, and anyone that's been in my classes, you're going to learn it as well. All right, again, a little different. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you guys soon. And just reach out if you have any questions, and Gracie will email the link for our training today. She'll also email any of the resources I'm going to share with you guys, the free trial, and then the invite to the other classes we're going to do. Okay? All right, guys, I'll see you soon. Bye.